some places, at least here in Los Angeles. How's it going? Thanks for joining me here live or in the replay, Diaz. I just thought this was a very interesting herb that Jason mentioned. He's always mentioning multiple herbs, and this one, I look up most of them. I do, I promise, Jason. And this one was particularly interesting. And I got a few different, sorry guys, I already have a lip hair, a hair stuck to my lip. I'm doing a subtle true today. Just a nice subtle, yes, a little subtle. Anyway, so this was very interesting. First I got, hi Leslie, yes! Thank you for joining before your ballet class. Fabulous. I thought this was very interesting because this is, of course, Jason's recommendation, and I saw this hair stuck to my lip, my cat. First I got this one, but I think you want Lovey sent to you, Leslie. Thank you. Yay! So then I did some research, and it's actually Pruriens. You want this genus of the Macuna, which is also called velvet bean. Anyways, a lot of people use this. They on all the reviews, people are experiencing all this amazing results with their depression and various things. It's very interesting because it actually has L-Dopa. It increases your dopamine, which your body uses L-Dopa to make its own dopamine. And so some research around that. There's certain parts of the brain, and that if there's less dopamine, maybe that's something to do with it. Anyways, it was very interesting. That was very interesting, as well as male fertility studies. It's been used in Ayurveda for thousands of years for a lot of different things, like parasites, and thousands of years ago. That's very important, parasites, but limited research there. But interestingly, some male fertility, which has something to do with dopamine and the hypothalamus and the pituitary and the testes all working together well. It's very interesting. Lauren, thanks for joining. So anyways, I got this for my husband, and it is also helps with stress, high stress levels, and I already see it working. It's only been a few days. And libido, also, it's been very effective. Let me just tell you. And it's also, so sperm count, motility, and other sperm health type situations. It's helpful. As well as, so it helps protect your brain. It's not only for men, but it has more research with male fertility, which is why I think Jason recommended it specifically for that. But it has a bunch of other things. Women can take it too for a variety of things. I was looking also for fertility for women, but it has more research with men and motility, and it has effect on them. I haven't started taking it. Now, I would like to try. It also has like effects with ADHD and maybe some other. I haven't tried it yet. And also sleep. Maybe I'm doing a lot of other stuff. Lots of Chinese herbs and lots of stuff. But I don't think it's counterindicated for women. I think I will try it. Definitely. Dopamine. Increase your dopamine. And dopamine is important for focus. And I love focus. How about for sleep? So there was, how long has your husband been taking it? Like a week. Yeah. He seems less stressed. I mean, he might have just completed a few things, so he feels less stressed, but increased libido, and he just seems less stressed. So I think he seems less stressed. So it does help with stress as well, because of that dopamine axis. It's very interesting. So this was one of those things that Jason suggested that I thought was very interesting. So I thought I would share with you guys. It looks like, so Chris first was drinking this, and I don't think this was the right genus for a week. This was Macuna macrocarpa. Huh. Yes. Yeah, look it up. Macuna. So this is just 40% L-Dopa. L-Dopa is, that's where your body makes dopamine. And Nutricost, I get a lot of stuff from Nutricost that's just great. It seems like sort of like, nah, this is just like a generic brand, but I really like the stuff I get from Nutricost. So theirs is potentiated at 40% L-Dopa, 800 milligrams. Only going to be here for a moment and saying Ayurvedic doctors told me 6 years ago to take milk-preferred almond milk and Macuna. Otherwise, whoops, milk with this. Yes, they love. Hi, Phyllis. Ayurvedic doctors love milk with stuff like turmeric milk and milk with everything. I remember being like, can I do almond milk instead of milk? Because I immediately, when I drink milk, I'm not opposed to dairy. I love dairy. But whenever I have some dairy, like I definitely, except like a hard cheese that's more protein, I immediately feel mucusy. Like I just feel more mucusy. But I missed that last part. I will have to watch it in the replay. Don't give your husband schizophrenia. Is that what that said? Yes. Well, this is definitely the schizophrenia. Did someone just say that this had an effect and made them have schizophrenia? I did not get the tail end of that. This also can have, it has a little bit of tryptophan in it, its mechanism. And so it can have, it has like a little bit of tryptophan, which is a psychoactive. And maybe it's just better for some people to stick with ashwagandha in the right way. Yes. Did you say that this had a schizophrenic effect? So this can have, if not taken with milk. Interesting. I see. Okay. Well, that's interesting Ayurvedic anecdote. Interesting. Well, my husband loves, well, that's good to know because my husband loves milk. He gets milk. Makes a milk kind of pre-workout shake with milk and like whey protein and stuff and like vanilla flavoring. It makes everything smell very vanilla-y. So, but that's interesting. Well, it definitely works for some people without milk. Not everyone's having schizophrenic effects in terms of of how it's working for people in the depression, but that is interesting. But I wonder if that has anything to do with the tryptophanic. Yeah, take it with that. I have a hard time believing that this could give somebody schizophrenia. I don't know. If you're predisposed to schizophrenia, perhaps. But I have a hard time thinking that something could give someone schizophrenia unless it's like a lot of intense drugs. I wonder though. Hi, the real MC. But I'm definitely going to look into that. So take it with milk. Interesting. Anyway, so already it's very interesting. I would not hate to give my husband schizophrenia. Terrifying. Anyways, look into it. I'm just starting to look into this, but I thought it was already interesting. Yeah. And mainly the reviews are how it's helping people with their depression. But it does warn if you're already taking psychoactive drugs, like for your depression or your schizophrenia, that it can have an effect that you don't want. Anyways, I'm thinking about trying yoga for fertility. Amazing. That's the Garden of the Gods wrote. That's what. Interesting. Yeah, it's yoga for fertility. Definitely. Why not? I've been doing some meditations. Also, women can take ashwagandha. Wouldn't do while pregnant or nursing, though. Would consult with Ayurvedic doctor for these. Yes. There's a lot of things that are not great for pregnancy and nursing. You know, helps you get pregnant. I think so. Did you do yoga before? Well, Leslie, you're a ballerina. You're into movement. Was it really? I think that chilling out is definitely important. I'm trying to do more meditation and the like. But yeah, there's absolute fertility yoga specifically for that. So I don't know if it's specific poses that are for fertility. I wonder how it differs from like just you know, a flow class. This yoga position helped with the yoga positions. In particular, you took yoga generally, or was it fertility yoga? That's what I wonder. I know there's special positions that, like, even for people's dosha, Ayurvedically. And I used to do some specifically for more pitta type doshas that apparently I have more pitta. General yoga, that makes a lot of sense. Just like lots of chilling out for fertility. Indeed. Yoga for fertility. I really need to meditate more often. Yeah, definitely. I believe yoga for fertility helps. That'll balance out different parts of your body. I agree with that. Yeah. And the meditative, like the deep breathing and with movement. Ayurveda doctor told me this, that it helps to take it with milk, especially for almond milk, or it can cause schizophrenia. Thank you for redoing that. That is really scary. I'm going to look into that, but I'll tell him to take it with his milkshake. Don't cause schizophrenia. But when I was just researching, it was, I wonder if that has anything to do with the tryptophan, which I think is also in Turkey. Isn't that right? But it does also have like a very relaxing effect. Yes, I wonder how many people have experienced that. I still have a hard time believing it can cause schizophrenia. She freaked me out when she told me this was about schizophrenia because so many guys were taking it at that time. I know. Hmm. Yeah, that sounds out there. That sounds pretty out there. Ashwagandha, definitely good for relaxation as well, and good adaptogenic. I take ashwagandha. So does my husband. At least occasionally he does. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to look into that. Don't get schizophrenia. Any other discussion topics? Hopefully we'll be having our succulent. I love that name. I'm just really into the name succulent. It's my favorite product name so far because it's just like a succulent, supple face. It's pretty dope. I wonder if it's documents that this stuff that can cause schizophrenia. It's probably like ancient Ayurvedic knowledge, but I'm going to look into that. Yeah, one could be likely to be if it was a big pharma type doctor, make it more believable and scary. Yes, I've heard it can cause you to also have a baby early. Like, I didn't quite catch that second one, but that Ayurveda can make you deliver your baby early. I do like ashwagandha overall. Yes, but I can see being cautious of it during pregnancy. Did you say otherwise it might cause you to have a preterm? There's a lot of things that um, one might be careful of during pregnancy. Yeah, I was just told that turmeric, which I was definitely taking, um, because it's also a blood thinner. I totally take turmeric, and I actually stopped because this acupuncturist told me to stop taking it because my ear was bleeding, like from the spot. Yes, thank you, Leslie. Yeah, it's probably counterindicated. Don't take this. Just take your prenatals and your DHEAs. Yeah, that's interesting though. Yeah, scary. But I'm sure ashwagandha pre uh, pregnancy is fine. I think it is. As far as I know, it can help. I heard that if you are a few weeks into pregnancy, that it can cause you to miscarry. A few weeks, that's pretty early. So maybe if you're really trying, you have to stop. What's the other package you were holding? This is Macuna, also velvet bean. This is the same. So first I bought this for my husband, which is a powder, but it's Macuna macrocarpa. That's the genus. Versus Macuna Pruriens has more of the L-Dopa in it. But I've also heard that this is what counter people can say that this has too much of it. Also heard that ashwagandha helps too. It's confusing. Yeah. Well, I think it's always about like stop as soon as you know you're pregnant, or even the second half of your menses, in case, because that's 2 weeks in, since you'd be pregnant around your ovulation time. Yeah. I don't know. I know I was taking a turmeric. I was taking definitely stuff when I miscarried. And I don't know. I don't, that's probably not what it is. That's probably not why. It just takes some warming up. He was probably just, there's a lot, miscarriages are pretty frequent, and sometimes it's just the genetic combo, just trying to make a person doesn't work. Just got here. The doctor said my mom is showing signs of dementia. I do not know. Someone was just, an Ayurvedic doctor just told somebody, I don't know what to take. I'm taking 20 pills a day. Oh my God. Heavy metals. So you might, hi Rita Watson. Dude, you should check this out. Shatavari helps with fertility, cleansing the reproductive system. Yes, I've heard that. I'm really into Shatavari. So turmeric is safe if you're really dry. I don't know. I think that was just this doctor because my ear was bleeding. And this is what I asked another doctor. Like, because also I've heard like baby aspirin, especially if you're older trying to conceive like me, you don't know what's in these vitamins. In which vitamins? These? And a lot of things you gotta, be careful. I'm not sure, Cali girl, if this can help with dementia. I don't know. I think you should Google it and not just do what Google says, but I haven't read anything about dementia per se. I have read in terms of Parkinson's, that it can help with Parkinson's with the motor function. There's some studies regarding that. But dementia, I do not know. But I know that this can help with brain health. I'm not sure. And brain stress. There's got to be stuff that helps. How long have you been taking though? Well, this actually, my husband's taking it, Rita. But you gotta Google this in terms of most people are taking it for depression. Sure, Cali girl. I can't remember recently what. So a lot of these nootropics. Look at nootropics in terms of dementia because a lot of these brain health supplements have an effect or have some studies. You want evidence-based studies. In general, hope it's not ingesting too many heavy metals with these. Oh, yes. You think you might be because they're what, made in China or something? Or you can get that tested. You can get your heavy metals tested from like a naturopath. I think that's a good idea. Try it. The whole pandemic is ready to reach a jolly. Look at this stuff. That's the main thing that I've heard with this. People talking about their depression because the L-Dopa, it has a high amount of L-Dopa, which your body makes dopamine, and it's not just for, it's for a lot of things, but that's the main thing that I think people take this for. Yeah, you can get your heavy metals tested from a naturopath. It's probably a good idea, but I don't know. Definitely too many supplements can just be an overload. I think it's good. Maybe if you feel like you have too many supplements, do take some sometime and then some the other times of the week. Or hey mom. Or cycle them, take them different times a week or take different weeks on, weeks off, so your liver isn't overloaded. Yes, Rita. I was thinking about you for this. Just reading about it today. Macuna Pruriens. And I've definitely seen this in nootropic people who are into the brain health. Shatavari is really particular. I do. I haven't. Well, I've pared down the supplements a lot because I'm taking Chinese herbs, but I take my prenatal and my DHA. I'm still taking the NMN and senolytics. I'm taking. I've pared down, but even before then, I would like take some things. Like I have some videos or where I have like 30 supplements, and a lot of time I'm cycling them. I always have done that before. I take some. I've heard that there are some ancient tribes where women have full-term babies in their early 60s, but I don't remember what we're going. Ah, yes. Wow. I believe it. Hiking, camping. Yes, indeed, Rita. Some nature. That's right. Grounding in nature. That's what someone was saying last time. Well, Rita, you're young. 33 is so young, I think. There's time. Ashwagandha help with the brain. It's good for the brain. Helps Shatavari power. Take them together with ghee. Yes. Has been shown to trigger schizophrenia. Aha! Too much dopamine. Take your ovaries and pretty small and triple up by 60. Yeah. I know that's pretty hard to believe by 60, but I've heard people like 50 not doing a lot anything in particular, not take no egg donors or IVF. Probably does have something to do with it. Yeah, I agree. So I was taking Shatavari, and I'm going to start taking it again. I remember just feeling libido increase with the Shatavari the first time I was starting to take it, and that was awesome. Not that I need it, I assure you, but Shatavari, the hormonal balance, it just felt like the hormones. I felt it. I got this from Amazon, as it turns out. Yeah, look up this first Rita, and yeah, this was from Amazon. This was like, I like this one because it doesn't have the magnesium stearate in it. There's rice flour. Like, I like Nutricost a lot. There's a bunch of brands though. There's also that double wood that I get a lot of nootropics from. I've definitely pared down my supplements because I'm taking a bunch of Chinese herbs. Yes. But I can see how too much L-dopamine, like you maybe want to cycle this on and off, like people taking it all the time, too much L-dopamine can cause schizophrenia, apparently. But if you're deficient, you might have more of a depressive that might help. You might have more of a depression too little. So maybe if you don't, taking too much of this, yeah, too much dopamine can cause schizophrenia. There you go. It makes sense. I don't know how milk helps it, but I know that Ayurvedic people like milk. Because someone said earlier, you guys, that they were told by an Ayurvedic person that if you don't take this with milk, it could cause schizophrenia. So, but I can see how too much dopamine can cause schizophrenia for sure. Anyways, this is an interesting herb that was just introduced to me. Was it last week or the week before by Jason Morris, who loves telling us a bunch of herbs to check out on the live. And I looked it up, and it was very interesting, the research. And yeah. Anyways, my husband just started taking it. He seems to be more relaxed and more libidoed. Ancient new brains interstitial fluids dry out as we age because dementia and neuromuscular. Shatavari! Brain juice. Yes, Shatavari. Yeah, Shatavari. Yeah, it's very helpful. Oh, maybe the fats. Yes. Yeah, Shatavari. Totally awesome. And asparagus. It's interesting. I just have the powder. Like I like just straight up powders. Because this, it's rice powder, rice flour, but my husband's more likely to take a pill than this. This is just straight up powder. I got the straight up powder. Whenever I drink that with Shatavari, my pee has the asparagus flavor, aroma, if you will, not flavor. And because it's wild asparagus, Shatavari. Who knew? Yes, Shatavari full. And I have heard that it's helpful for male fertility as well. Anyways, this one was interesting studies. And my husband tends to be a little stressed, but I'm telling him to drink it with milk. 175 and single and freaking out. Focus on being worthy and that's right, you guys. You know what? I remember being 35, and I remember freaking out about being 30, and then all my friends who were older being like, "Just relax. In a little while, the number won't matter as much." It's true, and you have time, but I agree with that. Focusing on being worthy, and it really is magnetic. Ghee or milk or olive oil. Use olive oil. Yes, resveratrol, phycetinic, quercetin. Yes, I can see there's that oil solubleness. I'm still working on that quercetin with the because I have some from Alive by Science. I think I can't remember if they're changing Alive by Science or Alive by Nature, with that liposomal ficin. But I could see how just taking it with oil, maybe that's good enough, honestly, to have that oil soluble. Yes, you are worthy of a healthy relationship. That's right. You are. And I do think that really does help. I've seen people, over 35, definitely, who are also really feeling like they're never going to find their partner. Drink butterfly blue. Yes, good for the brain. Also called Gloria. Interesting. It's good for the brain. I've seen that in some skincare products. It's also good for your skin, topically at least. Interesting. I love it. It's very blue. It's blue, you guys. Yes, focusing on just being worthy and doing some mental work really helped friends of mine find their partner. Like they really did change. They worked on themselves and they weren't like necessarily prone to that. And just in a year, they really found a great partner. It was really nice to see. So I really do believe that helps, that sort of meditations and focus and a little bit mag. Sometimes you keep saying, oh, it's groove that isn't healthy. That's right. I do think that mental work, what is it, like manifesting in terms of relationship really does work more than like money or, yes, I really have seen that work, especially with a relationship, because you're changing like how you feel and how you present in the world, and it can be very attractive, definitely. But also, you get out of your mental, whatever, spinning wheels that have a lot to do with messed up relationships. Don't we all bring that? Our weird spinning wheels, our little neuroses, how they play out. So there's hope, total hope. You're a youngster. Oh, yes, pamper yourself. That's right. Just be a fabulous diva. Maybe not diva. Depends on the connotation there. That will be magnetic. It's true. It's good advice, Mom. Thanks. Oh no, it's a helicopter. There were so many noises. I live in Hollywood and there's like a lot of people, young men, like probably renting very expensive kind of race cars, and they drive up and around here and it's super loud. Probably happening. That's a helicopter. But it's Hollywood's getting crazy, guys. Yes, it gets you out of the plane. Playing too much in your own. That's right, exactly, Lauren. It's really helpful. I gotta do more meditation. That's what I'm doing also for fertility. With the Chinese doctor that I have been seeing, is like, just stop thinking about it and focus on some other stuff. I left a relationship with someone who was just not ready, and I didn't want to lose my opportunity to have a child when I knew I had a child, and then I made a decision on a partner. But then you did leave, and then you found your man, right? You're also a relationship coach, aren't you? Have your mom try haritaki, also called hair day, but interesting. You have a lot of good suggestions. Hair day, haritaki. Have I heard of that? Not sure if I've heard that. Good advice, Lizzie. I love hearing that. There's hope, guys. Lauren and Rita. I'll have to go back and read some of these amazing herbal recommendations. God of gardens. They found me! All right, guys. 30 minutes almost. Any other pressing questions that we should address? Pardon the helicopter overhead. Um, let's definitely check out some of these herbal recommendations from God of the Garden. Sorry, I can't remember your handle. Well, you got a hold of the whatever that was. I do not, Jana. I don't use self-tanner. A later age, more info. Yes. Um. Oh, I don't use self-tanner. I want to find one from the detox market, and I haven't found one yet. But I I should do some research on that. Yeah, because I would like one that is from the, detox brand, like no, of course, no parabens and phthalates and stuff like that. But, and so I think I was just saying that the acupuncturist that I'm seeing right now was kind of laughing at like, oh no, you're only 42. It's fine. Or you're changing the bottle. I love the other ones. What? Oh, you did? Well, thank you. It's my Good Face stuff. They're my brand. We thought these were nicer bottles. I'm sorry, you like the other one? Her fertility can definitely go past 35, and the number was something the medical industry came up with. I know, I heard that too, Lauren. Yeah, this is actually even, I've heard from even before in, maybe it starts with the egg or something, some book that I read recently. It's true. I'm sorry, darling. Changing these feel just more. I mean, I know that I have at least 5 or 6 things, no response from you. Oops, trying to help, but your mom needs zeolites to metal detox. I love the zeolites. Thank you, Leslie. These work pretty well. You don't think these work well? I know that for the eye cream, it would be nice if it was a jar. I understand. I'm sorry, I'm not reading fast enough. I will in the end go back, but my mother, I think she responded to you that she doesn't drink or something. But zeolites, oh, zeolites for metal detox. I have heard of that. I have some zeolites. I was taking that, and I'm starting to take a little bit more of diatomaceous earth again as well. Zeolites, like there's just like a clay that helps metal detox. So that might be an interesting thing to try, Leslie or Mom, whoever you've mentioned that. I'm sorry if I'm missing some of your comments. It's just they go so quick. So after this, I'll go back and respond to them. My apologies. Bentonite clay. That has a similar effect. I'm not sure how different zeolites are from bentonite and from diatomaceous earth. I don't know if you have too many metals, just afraid that I have too many supplements. I think it's a good point. I think maybe, I think you should stagger them, like take some off and on. I mean, I think that makes sense for this too, so you don't get too much L-Dopa. There's definitely something else. I guess Kelly is gone. I really wanted her to see these suggestions. Oh well. Well, she might be in the background. Garden of the Gods. That's what it is, not Gods of the Gardens. Dyslexia. Well, she might be here. Well, now that we mentioned that, she might get it. Don't worry, darling. People do watch the replays. You could Asiac tea. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not really familiar. Isiac tea. I don't even know what it is. Is that for fertility? The Chinese doctor, did I finish the sentence saying, was just being like, oh no, we have people coming in that are, 48 and like, don't do IVF, because we were like, oh no, we have to do IVF. But he was like laughing at me, like, no. Because there's really, there's, if I guess it depends on your cycle. Like I don't have issues with my cycle, so maybe if there's issues and stuff, that you hone in on those. I think the thyroid, when I started working on my thyroid, it really did help. Taking shiitake for my metals. Haritaki is the king Ayurveda herb. I know stemma. Isn't that for weight loss? I don't know if I've heard that other than it was for cancer, but it's supposed to have other benefits. Haritaki, the king of Ayurvedic herbs. Wow. Turmeric isn't the king? This one isn't Ayurvedic. I love Ayurveda. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that. But I'm going to get it. Because I'm going to take it all the time. I'm kind of into... Can you get Haritaki straight? No fillers? Oh, yes. My mom is very... I bet we can get the powder like this. Still circling. An adaptogen. Stemma. Can't remember. I remember researching that, but I don't have it. Yes. I don't think I have that in my adaptogenic stack. I can't remember anything about that. So, are you thinking of trying it, Leslie? Anyways, I'll find this for mom. Okay, I'll find it for you. I think it's the king of Ayurvedic herbs. We can find just the straight powder because, especially with Ayurvedic herbs, you can find the straight powder without fillers, like rice powder in this. Spring dragon makes a longevity, yes. Oh my god, the helicopter's circling right over me. Ah! Okay, is there any other pressing discussions? Longevity tea. I like that brand, actually. Okay, gang, any other pressing discussion? And gods, of the garden of the gods, do not worry. People will definitely find your stuff. Are you Jason? Oh, yes. Well, dragon herbs is very cool. Gaia, is it Gyostemma? Gyostemma? Ayurveda is amazing. I know Ayurveda and Chinese medicine, like, because it's been years, thousands of years that they've been utilized. I feel like there's, even though maybe there's more and more studies now, scientific studies working on why do these work? What is it that, why is this time tested and working? But I tend to agree with the time tested. Lauren King, varieties of SAT, guess they kept adjusting it over the years, but sheep sorrel root of it makes, there you go. It's a double direction adaptogenic tea. Double direction. Wow. Oh, isn't like cordyceps that way where it'll bring, I know what you mean by double direction. Like it depends. It's like not like an upper or a downer, like kind of like can adjust depending on what your body, is that what that means? Okay, guys. I think the helicopter went away. Thank you. Sorry about all the sound. I'm gonna get to that tea. There you go, guys. So plenty of herbal recommendations, but this one is the one of the day to look into. Ayurveda. Yes. All right, you guys. Hope you have a wonderful day and interesting. I do think it mixes. Yes. Yeah, that's right. Like the mix does matter. Sore root for what? Yes. Garden of the Gods. A lot of people complained about the other bottles. Is the thing. So these are just, I like these just as much. I'm sorry. I know that you don't like it for the eye cream because we can't get all the last bit. The serum comes out better, especially at the end. Oh, at the end of the, I see what you're saying. But how do you know? All right. Because they were opaque. All right, gang. I'm sending you lots of love. I hope you have a fabulous tips on how to get rid of dark circles. Darling, have you heard of our Fresh Eyes? You must. Such a great street. Thank you. Because I get plenty of the kick. Oh, you should check out Fresh Eyes. Sleep. Definitely. You need more sleep. Like that is the elixir of life. Indian grocery, going there. How to talk to channel here. There, yes. Fresh Eyes is great. Has ingredients really specialized for dark circles that are not genetic dark circles, right? All right. Love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Check out Fresh Eyes, FS, at goodface.com. We don't have a small size of it yet. Harataki is the king. Actually, 7 different types. It's like ginseng. There's a bunch of different types. Ginseng. That's another great thing for, apparently, male fertility is ginseng. Another topic. Hearts, guys. Thank you for joining. And we should worldwide, darling. Worldwide, FS. Yeah, just go to goodfacestaff.com, which there are links in the description, and you can peruse. We do the UK. Haritaki channel. Haritaki. You can post that if you want, the Haritaki post channel. Or we'll just go there. Google it. Okay, gang. Mwah. See you again. I bid you adieu. Thanks for the discussion. Ciao.